Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Murphy's live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I can see I've got Chris Rubens in the chat, James, Evita, Patrick, and Mag MMM. How are you? I hope you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday. We have a special live for you today. I can't wait to get into it with you. We have a special guest with us too. You've probably already seen from the title of the video, but he's a legend, and I can't wait to pick his brains. I was just saying to him, and you probably just saw me move my hands, chatting to someone. I was just saying to him, I haven't had a good chance to chat with him yet. I'm very, very excited to and hear about more what he's got to say. But let me just address some questions in the chat at the moment. Chris Rubin says, when's Lloyd Pocket Index due out? It's due out next Monday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you actually want to see more of a sneak peek on decks, check out the What's New this week, which is set to drop in 2.5 hours. Yes, 2.5 hours. And you can see that, and there's more on that there. Even a sneak peek from the trailer with some reactions. Good to see you, James. No worries, my friend. I understand you're a busy man, so if you got to bail, you got to bail. Evita, thank you so much. I've been waiting all day as well. And thank you. I like this room too. This is literally where I come and hang out, and it's like my safe spot. G'day, Stephen. How are you, mate? What's up, everyone from Sweden? I hope you're well, mate. Now, if everyone's ready, I think we should jump in and meet the man we are all going to chat to and see and talk to and love. And I really want to talk to him. So I'll bring him in now. Jimmy, my friend, how are you, my bud? How are you?
Doing good, thanks, bro. Great to be on with you. Like you said, it's been a sort of long while coming. I've skipped out on a couple of them before. Lewis has stepped in, but yeah, really, really happy to be here and chat with you guys. So thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. For hot seconds, we were just talking about off camera about tech issues, and just then you mimed. I was like, oh no, his mic's gone down. So for a hot second, I panicked. And then you talked, and I was like, it's all good. But, man, yeah, it's so good to finally chat. And I'm honest, I'm going to pick your brains a lot about this. And if anyone's got any questions, I can see all of your chat, obviously, on the screen here. But I've got a monitor here where I can see everyone's chat. So if you've got any questions on any of the decks at all, please throw them up. And I'm happy to ask Jimmy. But, Jimmy, thank you again, man. What's been happening? Tell me everything. Start from the beginning. Start from when you were a wee baby. Go from there.
When I was a wee baby. So basically, Mechanic started off as kind of like a passion project for me, really. So my background's in sort of design, branding, websites, apps, games, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I kind of started in sleight of hand magic, more card cheating stuff. So learning the easy stuff first, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I kind of got inspired to learn card cheating for various kind of reasons, like family, like heavy into gambling and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
So then in 2012, I kind of sort of merged my two creative outlets. So it's kind of like design, branding, animation, and then sort of the card cheating, the card magic kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Mechanic was born. So we did the first deck, which was the Mechanic deck. And we did that. House of Playing Cards. With House of Playing Cards, we launched that. And it did really well, and people seemed to like it. And it was kind of the birth of the sort of trademark flipbook animation, which we're going to talk about in a bit. So it was the first real deck to use this 13 repeating back system that I came up with, which doubles up as a really easy to use marking system, especially for at the card table. So you're kind of looking for certain cards within a range of sort of indicators. So it's really, really easy for certain sort of kinds of sort of table routines and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the birth of that, and we launched some other stuff, some coins that kind of go with the jokers from the deck. So this is the other thing I like to do is sort of combine different products. So you can use the cards with the coins. The coin then blends with the ring and then the key ring. So for me, Mechanic was kind of like one of the, well, I don't know if to say the first brand, but it was the first kind of system to combine a lot of products together. So it all had that cohesive kind of branded look, and supported by, we've got so many tutorials in our kind of workshop section on the website, and so yeah, we back up that's the other thing with us. It's not really just cards. We kind of back it up with tutorials. Even when a deck's launched, we'll sort of put out new tutorials, and it's great for other magicians. They'll come up with routines and they'll send it in to us, and we'll kind of put that out as well. So yeah, we kind of like to add that value really as well.
Yeah, that's what blew me away. I remember when I first saw the mechanic deck, I was on a tour in Australia, and a mate showed me. He's like, "Check this out," and I was like, because I was heavily into animation. I was actually going to be a cartoonist back in the day, and he showed me this deck, and he's like, "Check out this! Like, it's an animated deck." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he showed me, and I was like blown away. And the fact that it was marked and like you could do so much with it. And then from there, from like you said, your things from there, it's not just a deck of cards. You do so much more. There's so many effects, and even with like the roulette playing cards and the Fenimation, all these things have so many different things you can do with a deck. It's just mind blowing.
I like layers, so
Yeah,
and you can kind of like pick it up. So if you're a real novice, just the flip book animation is great and fun to look at. Even that gets a kind of nice reaction. So if you don't know any Magic, it's a great kind of novelty thing to kind of play with. But then if you've got a few sleights in your arsenal, then you can use it to quite devastating effect. You can do like faux kind of mind reading stuff just by using it, and yeah, it kind of depends on your skill level, but yeah, it's almost utility as well. There's no right answer. We give a lot of different tutorials, but it's just scratching the surface really as
yeah.
to what you can do.
Well, there's not just mentalism things you do. There's like actual proper gimmicky, very visual. The deck covers such a wide range. When I say the deck, I mean the decks. All the decks cover such a wide range of performance styles, which is really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Then and like yeah, like getting onto the sort of new release today. It's like the third release in the Casino Edition range.
Mm-hmm.
So our kind of tagline is fixing games since 2012.
Yeah.
So again, even that's got layers in it. So if in the card world, a mechanic is a cheat that fixes games. So not only do you get that kind of animation and a mechanical kind of narrative and structure and function, it's kind of layered with. So if no one knows card magic, then a mechanic they don't really get it. But then if you know, you can think a couple of layers deeper. So it's yeah, it's all about that kind of stuff, really.
Mate, I love that. It's not just a one trick pony. You've put so much thought into it. I love that about things when like you can see that in someone's work. So, well done.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So, like I say, it's there are animated decks out there and stuff, but ours is kind of unique in terms of the utility of it. It's like it's more than just a deck of cards. It's more than just a flip book. It's like a full on kind of system that you can use as in depth as you like, or just have fun, even just to add some narrative. Just like I can remember back in the day, it's like someone just for an ambitious card, they put a red bicycle top on a red bicycle card on top of the mechanic deck,
mm-hmm.
and then when they did the ambitious card, you can see the cogs. It's going to put it up, or you can use the cogs as a printer for a blank fan deck.
Oh, nice.
You can just add a little bit of narrative just by showing the flip book, or like now, especially with the new deck we're going to talk about, it's actually integrated into the actual trick. So you kind of use that flip book as the main backbone and hook for the trick kind of thing. So it's evolved over the different decks. So we did the mechanic deck and then the VR2, and then we kind of went off on a bit of a tangent because I didn't want to just be like the cog guy. So we did we did the Optrix deck and then all the visualized stuff. So that was the kind of it was a really kind of fresh approach to gaff card stuff in terms of using like optical illusion and sort of depth perception.
Yeah.
Combined with sleight of hand, and I really really love that work in the visualize and Optrix stuff.
Oh mate.
Yeah, like I say, it's kind of evolved. The marking system's always similar in terms of it's a 13 repeating back system,
mm-hmm.
but it's evolved in how it works. And now with this latest deck, like we kind of designed this trick called, I can say it now, jackpot. Jackpot into the deck, so that the animation system really you're using it as part of the trick kind of thing now. So it's this is how it's kind of evolved in that sense.
Well, I think that's probably a good segue. We'll see the trailer in a second before it drops anywhere else, kind of. So I want to see the trailer in a sec, but I know for everyone watching right now, we're having like a competition. So let me kind of run through the competition at the moment, talking about the scrolling wheels of what's going to be happening. We're going to have some scrolling wheels coming up on the screen. Actually, I can get them up now. But what this is going to happen is, if you're going to have your phone ready, we're not going to put the video up just yet. We'll like show you the trailer first, and then we'll come back and show you. But what you got to do is have your screenshot ready if you can do screenshots. But if you're watching this on a TV, just use your phone and take a photo, whatever works best for you. And we're going to have different layers. Talking about layers again, we're going to have different layers of prizes. So kind of like a slot machine, you're going to have different layers. So I'll get up the images. So you can have these images here. If you screenshot on something where they're not matching, like this, you're not going to win a prize. So you don't want to do a screenshot on anything like that. You're going to have a screenshot on the dollar signs. That's going to give you one prize. Now the prizes are ranging from a deck to a couple of decks to, you know, half a brick or a brick. And there's a couple of bricks to go out. So what will happen is screenshot this video, post it to your YouTube. Oh, not YouTube. We're on YouTube. Post it to Instagram and tag us in your stories. So tag Mechanic Industries and tag Murphy's in your stories. And we can take a look at it. And what will happen is anyone that screenshots this, let me just go back to here. I want to tell you face to face. Anyone that screenshots this and posts it to your social media, what we'll do is we'll send you a link to our good friends over there at SoCal Playing Cards, and he's going to give you 20% off this deck straight up, and a tutorial that will not be on the actual tutorial for the release. It's just for this special event. So if you buy the deck using this code that we'll give you, if you screenshot and you send it in, we'll send whoever sends a screenshot in, we'll send you this link and this code. Now, that's that bit out of the way. So no matter what, you're going to get something from this. But if you get the, we'll go back into the images again. If you get the dollar sign, that's one level. We won't tell you what the prizes are until Tuesday. We're going to reveal all of these deck winners on an episode of Stumped. But you're going to have the dollar sign, which is going to be one level of prizes. Then you're going to have the 777, which is going to be another level of prizes. And then the diamonds, which is another level of prizes. Prizes isn't a word. So we're gonna, so it's just screenshot on any of those. By all means, you can screenshot all three of them and then post them to your socials, post three of them, and all of those will get entered in. Or you can just take a guess and try and get that in. Evitar, is that photo okay? I think so. Did you, don't screenshot it yet. Screenshot it when we put up the video. So, yeah, so we'll do that in a second. So yeah, what you want to do is screenshot those, post them on your socials, tag Mechanic Industries and tag Murphy's in your stories so we can actually put you in. Alan, we're running a competition, my friend. We're going to put up a video in a sec, and you're going to have your fingers ready to screenshot to win some cards or bricks. But I think that's the competition out of the way. We'll come back after the trailer and I'll reintroduce it again. We'll go back through it again before we get into the competition. But I think for now, did you want to see the bad boy, Jimmy? Or did you want to talk more? What would you want to do? Do we want to keep them waiting?
I think we run the trailer. So let me introduce it. This is the third deck in the Casino Edition range. It's called Slots. Yeah, the animation on this is awesome. So also, just one note, you can see the kind of logo slots. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter which way around you read it. I just want to
nice.
It kind of says slots, but I can't remember what that's called, that kind of method. But,
oh, yeah, I literally had the word in my head when I saw it. I was like, I can't wait to... Yeah, now I've had it. If you know what it is, put it in the chat, because I just literally forgot as well. I was way too excited. Oh,
so, yes, let's roll the trailer, but I'm excited to... Yeah, and I just want to say a big shout-out to Luis Castro for his kind of support through the years. He's been awesome, sort of part of Mechanic, and... also, Alexander Naporko, who's helped with some of the videoing on the past couple of trailers. So he did the videoing for this trailer. So I just want to say a big shout out to Alex. Thanks for your help.
Oh, man. Let's get into it. Let's check out the trailer. Thanks, Dan. Let's get it. Oh, baby, that was good. I was literally we were just watching it then as we was chatting away, and man, that looks because I was saying everything looks so crystal clear. Like that, shots are beautiful. Who did you say does your camera work?
Yeah, it's my buddy Alexander Naporko. He's been really great for us. He started off doing sort of deck reviews for us and stuff like that because he's got quite a good following over in sort of Eastern Europe and stuff. And he's really good. He's a great guy. He does a lot of sort of good work for his followers and stuff like that. And he really gets what Mechanic is doing. If you know what I mean. We've become really good friends over the years, and I do some design work for him. He does some video for me and stuff like that. So we've got a really nice working relationship and really good friendship as well. But he's a master with the video stuff.
It looks beautiful. And the marking system, which we're going to talk about in a second. I can't wait to talk about everything that this kind of deck can do because we've got some performances and some other things to go over that this deck can do. Oh man, it's just well done. I'm just reading the comments from everyone. Everyone just seems that they're enjoying it, saying love and wow, these cards are amazing. Man, so did we want to? What do you want to run the competition? Then we can, while people are screenshotting and posting, we can talk a little bit more about the deck and talk about the other decks. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet. Again, so screenshot and tag Mechanic Industries and Murphy's on your Facebook or Instagram stories. Now, I just got a message from someone while that was happening. That's why I looked down at my phone. They don't have Instagram, so that is fine. If you don't have Instagram, I literally posted the link to this YouTube video on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook and you've got that playing up there now, just screenshot it and put it in the comment section. Put as like a comment in the comment section, put your photo in there. That is fine too. Or however you want to send it to us. If you can't put it up on your stories, by all means, just send it to us any way you can. And I will sort that for you. Great. So again, screenshot and then tag, and you're going to get, no matter what, 20% off the deck from SoCal Playing Cards, and you're going to get a special tutorial that is not going to be on the thing. Can you show is what is needed to be screenshot again? Yes, I can, absolutely. So don't screenshot anything that doesn't match. You want to screenshot either the $signs. That is going to be one. I'm trying to do the camera where you can see my finger. That is going to be one prize. Yeah. You should do it like on the other side. Then that'll be one level of prize, and then the 777. Yeah, there we go, baby. We're on. And then that'll be another level of prize, or the third level prize is the diamonds. So it'll come up in a video. The thing is going to happen. It's going to be scrolling through, and they're going to kind of flicker up on the screen. And so this whole clip goes for a minute. I don't think it's going to go for a minute. It's just on loop. So if you kind of get the gist, and then Jimmy and I can probably call it and come back. And if you still haven't got screenshots, we're happy to do it again. Or you can scroll back in the YouTube video and redo it. But let's do it. Meow. Was that enough time? I hope that was enough time. If that wasn't enough time, let us know. We can do it up again a little bit. But how much can you hear a jackpot being paid out? The ting, 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 before you start to throw your phone or your TV. But yeah, if that wasn't enough time, let me know in the comment section, and I will see what I can do later. But Jimmy, my friend, what would you like to talk about first? I've got so much that I want to talk to you about. And I am down.
Well, I think we could go straight on to the slot stuff, or maybe we kind of take a little step back.
That's what I was hoping, because I wanted to talk about like your older decks, and you talked about how they're all casino and poker-esque related. This is the third. Is this the third and final slots? Is the third and final deck too?
So let me just let's call it the casino edition range. This is kind of what we got. We got roulette, craps, and slots. So yeah, roulette was the kind of first deck in the line, and then we did craps, and now we've got slots. So hopefully you can see there. So yeah, this is the core kind of casino edition, and we also did a spin-off of roulette, which is called Fanimation, which was more of a kind of cardistry deck, which, because it made sense for me. I really wanted to expand the canvas, if you know what I mean. So instead of just being contained to a card size, I really kind of opened it up so that when you kind of fan it, you get the whole picture of a roulette wheel. And I think this was quite an original kind of thing for a fanning deck, because it used a color step technique I came up with. So there's white, black, and it still animates, but it's not really designed as an animated deck. The animation was designed to make the fan function, if you know what I mean. So maybe we can run that in a second in the trailer. But yeah, roulette was the first one, and we did so many tutorials for it. Like I can't remember. There was like nearly 2 hours of tutorials. It was crazy. It was like we didn't know where to stop. Me and Lewis just kind of went off on one, and so yeah, like I say, this is with the casino edition range. It's kind of complete now. I'm sure we might do some additions and different stuff, but the core's there because they're the kind of main games in the casino. So you've got roulette, craps, and slots.
Yeah.
So now the idea is like it just adds so much narrative to your sort of performances. So like you can be doing a couple of tricks with a roulette deck, or you could start off and say, "Hey guys, what's your favorite game in the casino?" And they'll go, "Oh, craps." So then you can pull out the craps deck, do some of the tricks from the tutorials we've done, or come up with your own stuff. And then you can kind of segue. It was all right. We've been on the craps table. How about having a game of roulette? And then you kind of spin off onto that. So for me, there's so many features, so many functions, so much utility that you can create like a whole gambling style flavor routine with these decks, kind of thing, or use them singly, however you want to do it. But it just gives you that option to kind of now you can really create a whole sort of themed and flavored routine.
Yep. No, that's great, because I was literally while you were talking, I was reminded that when the roulette deck first came out, I have a mate that loves to have like gaming nights, and he saw this and he was just like, "This deck is sick." And then I was telling him like, "This is you can play your cards with this, but there's so many more things that this deck can do." And then he dabbles in magic, but he's not really a big magician. He's kind of like very hobbyist would be, even he's very laid back in his hobby style magic. So, oh man.
But yeah, that's the other stuff. Some of our kind of tutorials kind of require, they're more sort of targeted to like a magician with sort of semi decent sort of sleight of hand skill level. But yeah, we've got stuff that's that's really, really quite simple to do, and we've especially tried to do that with the slots deck to make it really accessible to everyone. So, you know, some of the routines are really, really dead straightforward. There's just, you know, a Marlowe tilt, a double undercut. It's nothing crazy. So it's and we come up with some nice little techniques to make it. Yeah, there's a real kicker. We'll go through the trick jackpot in a bit. There's a real kicker for jackpot that's really, really nice. And for the craps deck as well, I'd just like to mention Curtis Cam, who's friends with Lewis. He come up with a really nice sort of handling of another kind of trick. And I think that's going to maybe be on Saturday Sorcery or something like that. So like I say, we've had a lot of different magicians get in touch with their kind of handling and their adaptation of other tricks using the features and functions in the decks. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff. So I don't know if you wanted to run the roulette trailer just to refresh people's memory if people haven't seen that for a while, and then maybe we can hit the craps trailer and then we can really go in depth.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just seeing a lot of people. Firespook just asked, "Are there still the V1 roulette decks?"
Yeah, so this is still available, the roulette deck.
Yeah, and Mag just said, "Do we enter all three prize giveaways if we screenshot?" Yeah, if you're screenshotted all three, by all means, you can enter all 3 if you want. Otherwise, you can just try and wing it and see which one you kind of win. I'm just getting everyone's messages in, so I'm responding to everyone while we're live about what your prizes are. So if I'm a little bit late, you will get your confirmation code and your link and all that kind of stuff. But what we'll do now is we will jump over to the... You want to do the Funimation cards? Is that what you wanted to show?
Well, yeah, we can show Funimation, but I'd like to show the original roulette one. So we can show Funimation now. This is kind of like I think you might have to go to the Murphy and search
Murphy's.
for.
Because I know you sent me some links, so.
Yeah, we can get to those in a sec. I'd just like to show the original roulette trailer,
I can definitely do that.
So just to refresh minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. So yeah, this is the first sort of deck in the Casino Edition range. And you notice I put it on the number 7 there, and then jackpot at the end of that. 7. So yeah, this was the first one. And like a lot of our decks, I like to have sort of props that materialize into the real world. So like, you remember the coin came off the card.
Yeah.
So in this one, we've got the kind of, we've got in the Erdnase style, Jokers are holding a ball. So there you can see the animation. Looks really, really nice. And again, this is just using a 13 repeating back system. So it happens 4 times. It turns a quarter turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of gives the illusion it's turning around like a full turn, but it's only just doing a kind of thing. So yeah.
That's so clever.
So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this video as well. One of my friends helped me do this. Yeah, there you go. There's the Jokers. So you got, and Lewis is going to show you a nice trick where the ball pops off there. So. And then, yeah, there's another gaff. And that's the other thing, Bo, I like to kind of, you get some additional cards with the decks. So you get, really, it's 2 Jokers, 2 ad cards, but we kind of, we really try and make the most of those. So we come up with some sort of different ideas how to sort of further the utility of the decks, sort of utilising those additional cards that you do get in the decks. And there you can see all the tutorials that come with it. And, yes, sir, that's the roulette deck. And, yeah, 7 at the end. We put the bet on at the beginning. So yeah.
Cleaning up, mate. It's not just like a one-trick pony, that deck either. Like you were saying, there's so much that you can do with that deck.
I know. It's like I tried to do the trailer for the tutorial section of that, and I think it's 17 minutes long. It was like to show just the trailers for the magic for that. It's like, yeah, like quarter an hour long kind of thing. It's like, we just coming up with trick. Yeah, once it's weird. It's like I create the deck with certain tricks in mind and stuff like that. But once you actually get it and start playing around with it, all this kind of like magic happens for me. It's weird. It's like, oh my god, you can do this. Oh wow, I didn't look at it like that and stuff like that. And it's that's how Lewis and I started working together, because I released the Ignition keyring set,
mm-hmm.
and I didn't know Lewis, and he just sent me a video back, and he fooled me with it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he like took it apart. He added another bit on it, and then he sent it me back, and I was like, you. I was like, wow, I love your creative brain. Like, yeah, let's see what we can do. So yeah, Lewis has had some really, really nice input over the years, and yeah, big shout out to him.
Is that how these decks kind of come about? Do you think, hey, I want to do a slots playing card deck, and then you build stuff around that, or do you already have kind of ideas on where you want to go, and then you go, I need to create a slots deck because I've got all these ideas in my head and I can't do them with a roulette deck. I need to create a slots deck.
Yeah, it's interesting. My process is kind of, it can happen in different ways, but usually it's like a bit of a flash of inspiration, and like I might have been thinking about like one trick, and then boom, and then that links up, boom, and then something's born kind of thing. It's like, or I can start, like how a comedian tells a joke. It's like they start with a punchline and then they work their way back on how to get to this punchline most effectively. So they're the 2 sort of processes I usually use, but usually it comes in a bit of a flash. I sort of, I'm not going to say I have visions, but I've got quite a mad creative brain, if you know what I mean. And,
yeah, visions are going to get locked up if you say that too many times.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so yeah, the roulette deck. It was I really like the idea of the numbers and counting down the numbers and using the numbers as a sort of like a function within the tricks and stuff like that. And then once I did the roulette deck, it was like a little bit of a while. So I did the Funimation deck as well. Maybe you can run that Funimation trailer. So that was a spin-off of the roulette.
Mm-hmm.
So once I done roulette, I kind of always wanted to do the craps and slots,
Mm-hmm.
so like the main games from the casino. So it was like, and again, going back to our fixing games since 2012, it's like, I like to have a look at these different types of games, and like we did Snakes and Ladders as well, and that, I really, really love that deck. And it's like, how do we look at these different types of games and put the mechanic spin on it and sort of update it for use in sleight of hand? So it's like, I don't think there's any really roulette stuff. I've seen some stuff, but it's not like a roulette deck. There's no craps thing that links with the deck. There's no slots that really, really link in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how can we re-envisage this stuff and leverage just a little bit of sleight of hand to create something really, really new? So that's kind of my process. Yeah.
That's great. And Lewis adds all those very cool gimmicky sleights into it as well. So there's like this nice array of magic that's going on.
Lewis is like a master of, like, even with a trick he'll buy, he'll take it apart. He'll takes it apart and just redoes it so it's something completely new. And that's what I really like about Lewis's process. So like, I'll come up with something, and then he'll just send something back, which is totally like that I didn't think of at all, or he really complements the way he kind of approaches stuff. And like with a Snakes deck, like, if I come up with a real good concept and I can get him in early enough, then I'll say, hey, Lewis, we've got 2 extra cards to play with. Have you got any ideas? What would you like to see in this deck? And and we both work together on the Snakes deck, and we come up with that pop-out gaff.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of came up with the concept of it, but then I kind of took it, and then I came up with the best way to make it work and stuff. So
it's kind of the dream team.
Yeah, it's like a collaborative kind of melting pot. So yeah, it works like that a little bit, really.
And like you said, there's other magicians out there that come up with ideas and create stuff on these decks, and then kind of come to you. Like you mentioned, there's one that's going to be actually for Saturday Sorcery this Saturday, which is just going to be using the Craps deck, correct? So correct, so that deck, that's coming out this Saturday. So if you haven't got the Craps playing cards, highly recommend picking them up, because you'll need that deck to perform this trick that's coming out on Saturday, which is going to be...
I'd say it's even worth picking up just for this trick, because it's so easy to do, and it's a really, really solid worker, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It gets really, really good reaction. So yeah, like I say, Curtis Cam had a little play around with the deck, and he just came up with this really good handling, how to streamline the first bit of this other trick and use the 7 and 11 sort of jokers from the thing. So yeah, it really makes sense, and it's great tricks.
It feels like these decks are kind of like a community deck in that kind of aspect as well. Like, you guys come to kind of create the basic effects and say this is what you kind of do, and then everyone else comes in with ideas, and you share them, and everyone's like it's a community, this whole deck, which is really cool to see.
Exactly, and we've got a couple of different Facebook groups for the roulette deck, and also for the collusion ring set. Like, the collusion ring set is like, I was really stunned at how many good ideas we got back from that, because like I say, what we create is kind of like utility.
Uh-huh.
And I like the saying of like creating for creators. So we come up with these kind of systems that you then can explore your creativity with, if you know what I mean. So that's what I like to do, to create these little kind of these systems where people can play around and come up with stuff. And that's kind of really rewarding for me, is to be fooled by something that I've kind of created. That's really awesome. So
Mate, well done.
Yeah, the collusion ring set, we got some awesome ideas back from that.
Mate.
It's like there's a guy, Michael Buell. Big shout out to Michael. He's kind of been with us since the beginning, like a really good kind of customer and fan and stuff. And he showed us a couple of ideas with the ring set, and we were like, wow, we've got to kind of shoot those and get those out to people that have already got the set.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. It becomes community, and we like to give back sort of extra value. And you're not just buying. It's not a one-time purchase. We always kind of...
That's what I was about to say. That's cool that you haven't just released something and then forgotten about it and said, fend for yourselves. After the fact, you've kind of got new ideas. You're like, hey, everyone that bought this, we haven't forgotten about you. Here's some more stuff that you guys can work with, which is really cool.
Exactly. So yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to run the Funimation one quickly, just to show that this is kind of like a take on the roulette deck, and this is a spin-off, because we hadn't really done anything for the cardistry market. But I kind of, again, a bit of a flash of an idea, and it was, how do we make the roulette wheel on a bigger canvas kind of thing? And then, we released the Funimation deck just before the Craps deck, so they kind of came out. It's kind of like a sister deck, if you know what I mean. So,
That's great. We'll check out this trailer, but I just want to, after we come back from the trailer, one thing we do have to talk about, because I've seen 4 questions about this. It'd be nice if these decks were marked.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're all marks.
So yeah, we can talk about that because everyone's been like wondering if these decks are marked. So we can definitely talk about we can talk about as much as we can as the marking system, but we will do that. So we need to go back here. Sorry for everyone watching on that side thing too. You will get this full screen here now. So we'll do that. And there's the full screen.
So yeah, this is it's kind of a short trailer, this one, but yeah, this still kind of uses the 13 repeating backs, but it's you can just stack it in black, white, black, white, black, white, and yeah, this opens the door to some really cool sort of cardistry displays, and so you get the bigger picture of a roulette wheel kind of thing. And so yeah, I really love this deck, and the pivot point's quite tight, so it really works well for some of the kind of more advanced cardistry like that. The dribble fan, it gets a maximum kind of display area, so it's and again, people have been coming up with some really nice applications for using this and stuff. So yeah.
Just so visual, and that reveal too is wicked.
Yeah, the 10 of clubs.
Yeah.
10 of area, and that you saw there how easy it was to sort of, maybe you can scrub back a bit. I'll show you just how easy it is, the marking system just before that ace reveal. So hang on a sec.
I've gone back too far, haven't I?
Hang on a second, so it might be a bit. Oh no, I think it was before that actually.
Before that? Let's go back even further.
Yeah, there. So look, boom. I'm just looking for the 0, and then I'll know that's.
Oh,
that's
nice.
You see what I mean? So it's and this one that's so easy to read because it's on the side. You can do it in a spread or in just a sort of thumb down kind of riffle. So yeah, that's the Fanimation, and that was just a kind of spin off of the roulette deck, just to expand the canvas really. And then, you know, if you've already got the roulette deck and then you've got this deck, you can just do your routine with a roulette deck and then do a deck switch for the Fanimation deck, and that's got just one card of the roulette deck on top. Just do a quick color change, and then boom, you can go into a bit of a more sort of cardistry, sort of fanning type routine. So you can link those decks together as well. Kind of thing. So.
Oh, that's great, man. So
yeah, that's how the casino range is.
My mind right now. This is what I mean. Like, I've always wanted to talk to you about these decks. I'm like, okay, so, like I knew there were more layers to these decks, and that's why I wanted to pick your brains about. Now you just give me so much information about these decks. I'm just literally, where do I go from here? Like,
I know it's like we really want to talk about this one, but it's like, yeah, once you get me going on this stuff, it's like, yeah, I can talk for days on it. So hope you've got enough.
Yeah, that's right. And everyone's doing nothing but watching this live for the next 72 hours.
Exactly.
I'm happy. I'm okay with that. Everyone's just saying. Sorry.
Oh, no, you go for it, bro. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, it was just I saw James says he loves this deck. He actually has one of the Fanimation playing cards, but he can't fan well enough to make them look good though.
Yeah, I'd say go and learn some more kind of the advanced stuff. Like the dribble fan isn't that hard to pick up, and there's a pressure fan. Pressure fan works really well, and also with just a little tip for the Fanimation one, if you can't fan too well, just take about sort of 5 or 6 cards out, or take about 10 cards out, and then do the fan, and then you get different results. So you can have a little play around with the amount of cards in that. That's a little tip that I give in the tutorial for that as well. So.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm terrible at cardistry. I am the worst person for cardistry ever. And when I got hold of the deck, just even myself, like playing with the cards, they just look so good to play with as well. Like like I said, when that had that the reveal of the 10 of clubs on it, even that, and also the ball spinning, I'd get them to like say stop and like try and throw their number in and land on their card. So even with that, like riffling through and having that animation, you don't need to kind of be good at cardistry to make the deck or make things look lovely using this deck. So there's
exactly, and there's you can take out just the cards that say the 10 of clubs, and you can just spread those cards. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
it.
Different.
Yeah, There's so many different ways you can use this deck. That's not. I know it's built for kind of cardistry, but it's this again, jack of all trades in here. It does all the things that you kind of want him to do. I think
cool. So how about we run the trailer for craps and skip quickly onto slots so we can get to the main sort of event for today, something like that.
Perfect. That craps would be in the Murphy's thing again, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Playing cards. I need to learn how to spell. Glad I have fast internet. So do you come here often, or? Well, this is taking a while, though, but we can talk.
There you go, Tim.
Craps playing cards. Perfect.
Yeah. So again, Alex, my buddy, did this video, so it's got that high-end, high def, crisp look as well. So.
This is the thing. I just love the contrast. Like everything is just your focus is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Beautiful.
He's a master.
Oh yeah. So good, that visual, man.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little origami gaff thing, that is. It's you cut it out and then just do a couple of folds, and it really looks quite convincing. It's nice. But yeah, it's the black side printing on this one. We really tried to make it kind of feel like a craps deck, if you know, a craps table. So.
Mm-hmm. And with that, are you... I'm going to stop the video. Sorry. I'm trying to talk whilst hit stop on a video. These cards been printed? Like, I've had someone message on Instagram saying where the card's printed and the stock and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So the roulette deck and the Fanimation deck are printed at USPC, and they are B crush stock with the magician finish type thing. And then the craps deck we went with Cartamundi because they did the nice black side printing. So yeah, we really wanted that kind of nice full on finish, so it kind of feels like a little craps table. So yeah, these handle absolutely beautifully.
Oh, yeah,
this was this was from Cartamundi because we wanted that. So you get the kind of the black edging on both sides, because you know sometimes if you do side printing, then the faces you get that weird little glitch kind of thing. Yeah. So the idea was this: so you just have this really seamless kind of look. So we added this really thin border, and yeah, it really works lovely. Again, this is great for cardistry as well. This deck, because of the black borders, you get the chop, and then you know it's you get really nice look with this. So this feels awesome. This deck to handle, I really like it.
Yeah, Cartamundi makes them have an incredible stock.
So yeah, that's done with Cartamundi, and then the slots deck is the same as the roulette deck. So it's USBC on B crushed with magician,
which is the premium stock as well. So it's the nice.
Exactly.
That's great.
Thin, crisp, slightly. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's great. I just had someone message and say, "Hey, where do I get these?" I'm just gonna bring it up real quick for this. I'll flick back to here. SoCal playing cards. So if you type in SoCal again, if you guys have done that competition, I've had some people that I'm responding to. I'm slowly getting through everyone. So if I haven't got to you, I will. I promise. You just type in Mechanic Industries. But if you do the screenshot, you will get 20% off this deck. I need to learn how to spell again. And you can get the decks here. But yeah, if you screenshot and send me the screenshot of you with the slots, you'll get 20% off your slots playing cards. And a tutorial that won't be on the other tutorial. It's just for you guys watching today. And I saw James said that he his internet isn't the best and he might need to watch later, yes, by all means. We're not announcing the winners till Tuesday. So technically you have till Tuesday to screenshot the video and get it on your socials and let me know. I'm also screenshotting all the posts, so I have everyone in like a folder to draw the winners out on Tuesday. But yes, you have till Tuesday. So we'll do that. But sorry, Jimmy, I got sidetracked again with the competition and trying to let people know. But yeah, absolutely. We were going to talk about the craps, and then we wanted to talk a bit more about slots.
Yeah. So yeah, the new slots deck. The animation is lovely on this, but like I say, it's not just for the animation, and yeah, the marking system is really. This is probably going to be difficult to show here. The marking system is really easy because we've got these. You see the lights around the edge. We've got these kind of 13 light holders, and then if you have a look, I'll go through slowly. The light kind of so the light pops down the side, and that's the marking system for this one. So when the light is here, you know that's an ace kind of thing. So you can just riffle through, and you can find the aces like so easy. Or in a kind of table riffle shuffle, we've done so much work on that kind of stuff, and you can pick out cards easy in a spread. So this is probably the easiest to use marked sort of deck we've done yet, just because it runs down the side. Really easy to spot in a spread or a fan, or you just riffle with your thumb down, and you can pull an ace out or with the kings or whatever you want to do.
It's so easy because it's just as part of the animation, everyone's like, "Oh, that's pretty, that's nice," and you're like, "I know what your card is now."
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's and yeah, maybe we can run the tutorial trailer. So usually we do so we've seen the trailer for the product kind of trailer, but usually we do a kind of a trailer for the magic tricks that you can do with it. So it's just not a massive long video.
Yep.
But yeah, so we've put the this is the other thing. We do these coins, these grinder coins, and we've got some nice bronze ones, and we do these in half or full dollar. So these really combo with the deck really nicely. So let me just quickly show you So we've got these Joker cards. So you get the coin on the card, and then we also do a card without the coin. So kind of effectively a blank coin. So then you can come in and you can pull the coin off really easy, just doing a snap change or something like that. And we've got so many tutorials on that. So we really bought this coin back for the slots deck because it just works so lovely. And then we're going to get into the trick jackpot in a second. So yeah, I teach kind of two versions of grind out. So imagine you pull the slots deck out and you say, hey, we're going to have a bet. First, we need to get a coin. So then you can pull the coin off the card, give that to your audience, and then there's just so many little nice ways in and out of it now.
Just kick him in the teeth from the get-go with the coin, and like, hang on, what? And then get into the routines and like, why is my head?
Oh, yeah, exactly. But, maybe you can run that the trailer, and we can have a look at the. So again, we didn't go too crazy on the amount of tricks we added for this tutorial. So there's two versions of grind out, one for stand up, one for at the table, and then there's the main event, which is jackpot, and it's got such a lovely kicker. And then we go over the marking system, and then we reference some of our other tutorials. So we've done so much work on the marking system, and this just works exactly the same. So you can leverage some of our previous tutorials.
Well,
and then again, we're just gonna release stuff as we find, and like me and Lewis have got at least 5 or 6 different tricks each that we've already got found using this deck. So over time we'll kind of release more and more tricks, but I think you've got enough for now in the tutorial.
Well, yeah, you got a lifetime supply of effects, I think, to be honest. I think I saw Stu just jump in, and hey Stu, how are you, bud? Good to see you here. Stu just asked, what was your favorite deck to produce? Before we
My favorite deck to produce, I think it might be Visualize, just because it was so much work in terms of coming up with the ideas. And I'll tell you what, Visualize, I fooled myself in the mirror when I first when we came up with the depth perception. It was so weird. I was in a bit of a weird one, and I was in the mirror, and I took the part of the performer, the creator, and the witness.
Yeah.
and it all came round, and I fooled myself, and I ended up on the floor and like crying with laughter, going, "Oh my god, it really works!" It's like I just came full circle, and I don't know what happened. So just for that moment alone, I'd say the visualized deck. So yeah, I really enjoyed producing the visualized deck just because it was a totally new way to approach gaff cards. So yeah, I really enjoyed making that deck.
No, I love that. I love that. I think there's no better feeling when you fool yourself in an effect. Like I've done that very rarely. There's sometimes I'll come up with an idea and I'll do it in the mirror. I'm like, hang on, what? That looked amazing. I love that feeling. That's great. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, definitely visualize. I think, yeah.
Great. All right, we'll jump into the trailer now for the slots tutorial trailer.
Now we've already played roulette and we've hit the craps table at the mechanic casino, so let's see how we get on with slots. So I'm going to get the cards out of the box and I'm going to ask you to call out stop anywhere you like. So say stop somewhere there. So that's going to be your card, going to be your bet for this trick. And I'm going to lose your card in the centre of the slot machine. So this is actually a slot machine. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So your card is lost in the middle of the deck. It does cost money to play slots, and I'm going to give you a couple of goes. So first coin, I'm going to place into the box. We're going to see where the wheels stop. So have a look in here. You see it does animate, and let's see where it stops. 7 diamonds. So you didn't get lucky that time. Let's just reset the wheel quickly and give this a cut. I'm going to give you another chance. Second coin goes into the box. Let's see how lucky you are this time. Spin the reels. Boom. Oh my god, we've got $3. That must mean we've hit the jackpot. So what was your card? Your card, 10 of spades. Congratulations, that's the jackpot. Well, if you did hit the jackpot, the 2 coins that you bet with earlier should really turn into a whole bunch more. Jackpot, baby.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, we had a nice little flicker there with the 777 in the middle of the screen there. Yeah, I was just asking you about the marking system and the aces and how clear that was. So if you got any questions on the marking system, please throw them up. But man, that jackpot trick is insane. Like, it's very visual, and you wanted to talk a little bit more about the jackpot effect itself, and then another one that kind of ties in.
Yeah, sure. So it's it's super easy to do. So you've got a Marlowe tilt and a double undercut, basically. That's all you need for it. And I'll come up with a couple of different ways to load the coins at the beginning, or the coins are in there at the beginning. So it's easy to get into. It's easy to do, and like when you dump the coins out at the end, like we've been getting crazy reactions because you literally like a fair box. You take the cards out, and then you go through the trick, and like wow, you find their card, the slot deck, it finds their card, congratulations. But if you really did win, and then from the box that they've seen you get the cards out, you then dump out a whole bunch of coins, and then people are like, they have to track back. They're like, but I saw you get, and then they start to go into that little meltdown thing. It's like, I saw you get the box out there, but then the cards out there, but then so it kind of it does that. It's quite a heavy kicker, and it's been getting people pretty good, really, if I'm honest.
The poor people at the end are just going, questioning reality, The whole routine, from the coin popping out of the card to coins falling out of the deck. It's just, these poor people are going to need to speak to a therapist after, I think.
I think so, mate. And but yeah, it's lovely. And like on the top of the box, we've got like insert coin.
Oh, cool.
So it kind of like you can say this and the deck, it becomes a slot machine. And it's just adding narrative and we kind of inbuilt the jackpot trick in the design phase as well. So we've got the stop cards. I'll get to these in a second, and we can show the 7 of diamond tricks that really kind of these joker stop cards. So we've got the blank joker, but on the back we've got this where it stops, and then we've got the diamonds. So each joker is one of the key kind of jackpot cards, and then all the other cards are just they're kind of like in mid animation. So you can combine. So we've got, hey, you can have a bet, it does the animation, and then boom, you get here. So you could even do a riffle force, but use the animation. So say stop somewhere, bam, and then look, you've hit the jackpot. So that there's so many different ways you can go about using these jackpot kind of cards.
Yeah.
To get the payout of the kicker and all that kind of stuff. Again, Lewis and Curtis Cam, they kind of had some input on the jackpot trick, so I kind of came up with the concept, and then Curtis had an idea with the coin load, and then I developed, and then I came up with this really nice, I'm not going to kind of give it away, but this really nice technique to really, you can literally open the box and get the cards out fairly, but then you've got a whole stack of coins in to dump out at the end. So it's I really, really like it, and it really works. It really hits hard.
Yeah, it looks clean. I just had Stu asked, can you hear the coins drop in onto the other coins in the box?
So yeah, there's a this is what we do. We do kind of like the first one. It's a little bit different for the trailer, but for the first one, that's why we use 2 coins. So at the beginning, you drop one in, and then you don't hear anything. But then the second one, you do drop in, and then you hear it. The second one, you hear the clink, but it makes sense because you've already put one in, kind of thing. But you didn't put one in. So, Stu, that we have solved that problem. So no, you don't hear that. It's all cool. We worked it out.
Yeah, it all makes sense for the noises that you hear.
Exactly.
Firespook said, do the lights match up with the stack, or are they in new deck order?
So I can probably the easiest way is just to show you. So yeah, if you have it in new deck order, so you can see there's a king. It's right next to the slot bit. There's the queen. It's just 1 over. There's the jack. It's in the corner, and it just works its way around. But you can read it in 2 places. So we've got 13 spots at the top, and then you've got 13 spots at the bottom, and then obviously that kind of works exactly the same. 13 at the top, 13 at the bottom. So they're slightly different in terms of where the arrow is. But I'd suggest just learning this top bit, because then you kind of you see that in a spread.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just focus on this top bit, and it's literally 13 placements, and then you've got this middle arrow, and the middle arrow is really helpful because it gives you a kind of midpoint. So you've got 13, so middle of 13, it's around 7 and stuff like this. So
yeah.
So if you read it this way, you can say, okay, it's next to here, that's a king. Okay, if it's on the corner, it's a jack. If it's and then when you work your way down, you can go, okay, it's 2 up from the corner, then it's a 10, right? Yeah. Or a 9. And then when you hit the middle point, you can just say, well, it's 1 away from the middle, so it's an 8. So there's various reference points, so you don't really have to count down. Once you play with it, and it doesn't take long, you can just visually know what it is. It really it's really easy to learn.
Yeah. Well, that'd make it really good for, like, if you give the deck out and shuffle too. I know you're not going to have your animation of it spiraling around, but it's going to look like pokey lights that are just flashing all over the place too. So even that doesn't take away from the animation.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, let me just show you. So at the moment, this is in new deck order, yeah? So just have a look at that. The lights travel around, yeah? If you focus on the actual wheel animation, you see it's kind of fluid, it looks good. But let me just give it a couple of shuffles. So yeah, so that's been shuffled, and now if you have a look, it still looks pretty decent. You see what I mean? It's like the animation, even in a fully shuffled state, It looks really awesome. So,
to be honest, it looks like a slot machine that kind of.
Yeah, it's exactly. So it's So for this deck, I really wouldn't worry. You don't need to keep it in new deck order to showcase the animation, because it just looks awesome anyway in whatever play it is in. So hopefully that answers that.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Did we want to show off the 7 of diamonds?
Yeah, please, let's do that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Let me just say, this is kind of like I was going to include this on the tutorial, but it's going just as a bonus trick for SoCal, and then it's just some ideas of how to use these stock cards. So you can do card to box, you can do coins to box, you can do there's so much you can do using these stock cards. So yes,
wicked.
let's
Thank you.
Here's a bonus trick for the slots playing cards. Now it uses 2 coins. We're going to make a bet with those in a second. Also uses the cards and the tuck case. But we'll get back to the card. We'll get back to this in a sec. So we'll leave this there, and together the box and the cards actually make a slot machine. Have a look inside. You'll see what I mean. So if you have a look in there, you'll notice the cards actually animate and the reels come to life. So this allows us to make a bet. So the first bet is going to be, if I spread the cards, any card you like, just take a card. So let's say that card is selected. This is going to be your bet for the trick. So I'll ask you to remember this card, and we're going to place your bet in the middle of the slot machine. So your card gets lost somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now you can see there's no winner on the reels yet. And that's because we haven't made a bet yet. So we're going to take the first coin and we're going to place that into the box. So have a look now. When I riffle through, yeah, we've hit a row of diamonds. So this is trying to tell us something about your card. Was your card a diamond by any chance? It was. Okay, cool. You can see nothing's shown up on the winning line yet. But if we make another bet, we'll take the coin and we'll place that into the box as well. Let's have a look here. If we riffle through once again, what have we stopped at this time? We've got 7, we've got rows of 7. So together, the 7 and the diamond was your card, the 7 of diamonds. It was. Okay, check this out. Look. We just riffle through the deck. See if we can get the box to fall over, and in the middle of the box where your coins were, where your bet was, let's have a look. Got 1 card, 7 of diamonds. Congratulations.
Mate, we literally just saying off the off camera there. That looks great. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I'd love to know what you think about that, because I was just saying how beautiful that is and how easy it is, because I think it accentuates your skill level on how you don't need to be an expert level magician. To be honest, the deck works for you here. It's designed to have that visual aspect and have all these things built in, that the deck works for you, that you don't need to be an expert level slot guy. If you do, the routine's going to look like different, obviously, but that itself, the deck works for you there. It's very, very easy handling. It's very basic handling, but it still looks good. Like, it looks exceptional.
Yeah, it's like my style. Like Lewis always jokes, it's like I come up with these crazy advanced sleight of hand ways to go about something, and then it's kind of working back how do you simplify it and stuff like that. So with this one, it's like, when you take the coin, we know what's happening there. It gives misdirection for the other move that you need to do. So it's routine really nicely. So one move covers another, which aren't really moves. And I think, a Marlowe tilt and then a TP, and that's it really. It's like it's nothing too crazy, but also, Bo, it's like when you're shooting tricks for a performance trick for a video, it's like everyone can keep going back and looking and looking and looking. But in real life, you've got so much offbeats, misdirection.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's like a whole different ball game. So it's like we're just giving you kind of ideas, and then in real world performance, it's like you can cut the deck like this if you really wanted to. When people are like, it's
well, to be honest, I I don't know if we're going to mention what is actually happening in there because I don't know if we're going to do that. But you were on the camera. You were kind of giving me the play-by-play of what was happening. And I'm not going to lie, I was fooled by the certain parts in there because the misdirection in the video, like the camera doesn't lie, the camera doesn't blink, right? Like you just said. But there were bits in there. I was watching your hands, and then you're like, "Did you see that? That's when I did this." And I was like, "Oh nope, I was watching the other hand." So you cheeky man, because I wanted to mention that. That was really good. So the sleight of hand and the misdirection in that video is still really good. So well done.
Cool. So that's again, it's just to show how you can use those jackpot cards. So so you've got 3 diamonds. Like Lewis has got a really good trick where he does a double backer with the 7s and then the diamonds, and then he uses 2 force cards, which is the 7 of clubs. So you do a little bit. Was it 7 of spades? No, 7 of clubs. And then when you do the 3 diamonds, the 3 of diamonds, then you can force the 3. So you can link the cards with the backs. So the 3 of diamonds and a black 7 basically. So it's you can unlock quite, and also it's like other routines or other tricks out there. You can then start to kind of like mix them and blend them and things like this. So. And
then create your own routines and then come and let you know about it, and you'll let the community know, and everyone will be performing your effect. That's great.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that so much. Well, thank you so much, man. I know we were just saying that we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes now, which is great. I could keep going, but I know you're busy. I know you got things to do, and I know everyone here in the chat's got work and stuff as well. I do just want to. I think if everyone got the screenshots of the cards, that's fine. You can go back and watch it later. We'll probably post the video up on Instagram as well, so you could screenshot it there on like a reel. But I just want to show that, like, hang on, I'll go to screen share. There's been having a bunch of people come in and talk about it, which is great. So we had Aviatar here. So we had his screenshots coming in. So thank you so much, Aviatar. No, thank you, bud. It's really good to see you coming in. And Stephen and Magnus, you guys are legends, so I appreciate it. Let me go. Sorry, I had to go change the screen there so you guys can see. But I appreciate that, Aviatar. You can see here your screenshots, and Magnus. Legends. You guys are getting the 3 in, which is awesome. I got to respond to you there, Magnus. I appreciate it. But Stephen, enjoy your cards, my friend. I appreciate it, my friend. And I think if you guys are good, are you happy, Jimmy? Do you want to leave with any words of wisdom? Because I've got to go back and watch this again. I've got to be honest, because there's so much information. There's so many things I want to like watch again. I need to. So.
Yeah, cool, man. No real words of wisdom for me. Just words of gratitude, mate.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I know you're busy, so thank you for taking the time to come and talk and show us slots today. I know it's only just come out.
Yeah, mate, and big thanks to all the guys at Murphy's. Patrick. I've been working with Patrick since the beginning, and Joanna and Michelle, and just sending much love to those guys. And again, Lewis and Alex, and just all the people I work with. So lots of gratitude to you guys.
Look, the pleasure's all mine, and the pleasure's all. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone. The pleasure's all ours. I can't wait to see what the next deck you got.
I've got a couple of things on the drawing board. There's one just about to go to print, so we got one coming out. Man. Stay tuned.
Oh, you're leaving us with that note. I love it. Well, thank you so much, man. Yeah, cliffhanger. If anyone's got any quick questions, please throw them in the comment section. I would be happy. Does this deck work with decks? Yeah, it'll work with decks, absolutely. If anyone's got any questions, throw them up, and then we will head out. We'll let Jimmy go. And I've got to go pick up my son from school. But I really appreciate it, Jimmy. Thank you again.
Thanks, Dave. Cheers to everyone that tuned in. And it's really nice chatting with you guys. Yeah.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. Thank you again. Thank you, everyone, again. I will see you very, very soon. Oh, the next deck, the poker chip design. Well, only time will tell. See you later, my friend. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Take care.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.